Aloha! Aloha everyone, welcome back to my garden. I hope you're all doing well. If you are new to my channel, mahalo for tuning in. My name is Kelly. I am an orchid lover from Hawaii, born and raised on the island of Oahu. And in my videos, I share with you my garden. I take you to orchid nurseries, orchid shows, pretty much anything orchid related. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in seeing, please help me grow my channel by hitting that subscribe button. So it's been several months since I have done a garden walk, and I'm going to explain to you guys why I was missing for so long. But before I do want to remind you guys that I did do a video about a week ago at S&W Orchid Nursery. That was my first video of the year, so if you guys haven't watched it yet, please go and check it out. So the reason that I haven't done a garden walk in several months is because I was having issues with something eating my orchids. Something was eating the spikes and the buds. For those of you who have been watching me for a while, you may recall watching one of my previous videos where I mentioned that. And I even put up a camera to try and find out what was going on, what was eating it. But unfortunately, the camera did not show me anything. So a couple months ago, maybe 2 months ago at the most, it hasn't been that long, I purchased something from Amazon. And it's because of that I was able to get some blooms. And that really brought me out of this funk that I was in. Only people who are really dedicated to their orchids and have this passion for orchid collecting will understand when I tell you that I was very demotivated. I apologize guys, there is a lot of noise going on. It is early evening right now and everybody's going home from work and it's just really noisy. Anyways, I was saying, while my orchids continue to get eaten, it was very emotional for me. And people who collect orchids, like I said, you're passionate about your orchids, I'm sure you can understand, because we collect orchids to enjoy the blooms. And you get an excitement when you see a spike growing and you see buds developing, and you're anticipating enjoying those beautiful flowers. And when you see something happen to them, it just crushes you. Like I said, only people who share this passion will understand that feeling. So imagine having that happen over and over and over. And that's what was going on with me. And I got so, I'm not going to say depressed. It wasn't to the point of depression, but it was pretty close. It was pretty bad. I was on the brink of giving up. That's how bad it was. So my orchids were pretty much being neglected because I had no feeling, no excitement, no drive to be out here in my garden. I would just come outside to water maybe every few days, and that was it. I would not spend any time out here. A lot of my plants suffered during that time, and Right now, honestly, I am trying to clean everything up and get everything back in order because um, my my passion has returned. Oh my gosh, this noise is just ridiculous. Anyway, it's not that my passion left. It's not that it ever disappeared. It's just that, like I said, the motivation was gone because it was crushing to have that happen over and over. But what brought me back was seeing other people's orchid videos. Of course, my friend Nelson, I watch him all the time. Other people in Florida, I watch Roxy and Marley and Melissa. I watch all of them, Blanca. So watching that is what brought me out of that funk that I was in. But that still didn't solve my problem, right? What actually helped me, okay guys, I'm going to show you. This is what's been eating my orchids. Oh my gosh, talk about perfect timing. You see that black bird right there? I believe that is one of the culprits that has been eating my spikes. So anyways, in order to prevent that from happening, I ordered this. And this is why I have been getting blooms. As you can see, it is totally enclosed. It is a mesh material, so it is breathable. It has great airflow. The size is 3 feet by 3 feet by 5 feet. It has a zipper that goes all the way around so that you can keep it fully closed at all times so that nothing can get in there. And this is why I have been able to enjoy some blooms. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you may have noticed that I didn't post anything for a while because I didn't have anything to show. And lately I've been posting because of this. I now have orchids that are able to bloom. I will show you guys some of the ones that I already had that are no longer in bloom. I'll go ahead and put some pictures up on the screen so you guys can see what I've been enjoying these past few months. For those of you who do not have Instagram or don't follow me on Instagram. But right now I'm going to show you what I currently have in here. So I have a few dendrobiums. Let me go ahead and open this. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's open. And the reason that I have it like this, this is the way that it's supposed to be, upright like this, because as you can see, the bottom has a green vinyl material, but I did have it on its side on a table because that way I was able to fit more plants. But because my husband finally built me something, I was able to put it the way that it should be, upright like this, because I don't need as much space now that I have this enclosure. So this is the extreme that I need to go to protect my orchids. It's ridiculous, but I gotta do what I gotta do, right? If not, what's the point of even collecting orchids? So right now I have this aggregatum in here, and it still has a few more spikes. So the thing is, once they bloom, I can take them out. They don't get eaten if they're in full bloom. They only get eaten while they're in spike or in bud. But once they're fully bloomed, they're safe. So this cattleya just opened for me. It's not fully opened yet. But isn't that pretty? Look at the color on this. It is amazing. So that is the tag right there. Hawaiian Prominence, America. And I don't remember when I got this, but I did get it from S&W Orchid Nursery. It actually gave me another sheath not that long ago, but again, that one got eaten. So I wasn't taking any chances with this one. Any orchid that I find in bud, in spike, if there's a sheath and it can fit in one of these protection cages, I will definitely put it in here. Of course, not all of my orchids will be able to fit. So for those, I'm still trying to figure out something that I can do to protect them once they spike. But at least I have this, and this is my design. Like, this is what I told my husband to build, but luckily he's able to do things like this for me. I just tell him what I want. Like, I told him to add that pipe going across so that I could use it for my hanging orchids. But it's working so far, guys. So this has given me that motivation back. And the reason that I'm doing this video today is because I can now show you guys what's been going on and share some flowers with you. I don't have a lot, but I did want to let you guys know at least. So that is the lock right there. I have to make sure that I keep it closed at all times so that nothing gets in there and nothing eats my orchids. So I did mention earlier that I did a video recently, right, at S&W Orchid Nursery about a week ago. And before it gets too dark, because it's already after 6 p.m. here and the sun is going down, I wanted to show you guys what I brought home with me that day. It is almost fully bloomed, and it is amazing. When you guys see it, you guys are gonna be in awe. And here it is. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at this, guys. Let me turn my light on. Oh, I don't know if that helps, but I think you guys can see it. It is gorgeous. I actually have a little bonus color in the back. So I have one cane of this different color. I think that one is called a blue lip, and this right here is lavender. And it smells amazing, and it's not even fully, I just noticed that this cane right here is not even close to opening yet. So I still have some buds in there. Look at that. So guys, if you want a honohono orchid, that's what we call them here in Hawaii, definitely give Jeremy a call, send him a text, message him on Instagram. For those of you who have Instagram, at SW Orchids. I'll leave his information on the screen as well as in the description box. But I am just so thankful. Like, I couldn't believe that he gave me this orchid. It was totally unexpected, but definitely appreciated. I am so in love with it, and I'm glad that the birds did not attack this, because I would have been so upset. So anyways, guys, I have been doing a lot of work in my garden. Like I said, because I neglected my plants, a lot of them suffered, and I just have pots everywhere of um, dead orchids, orchids that need TLC, that need to be repotted. So I have been working hard. There's been so many times that I've come out here and thought about, oh, I should do a video. And then I look at something, I'm like, wait, I need to do this first, because having a collection like this, it's not all butterflies and rainbows. It's wonderful, yes, but it can get overwhelming, and there's an ugly side to it. When you have so many orchids, you don't have the time. You don't always have the time to keep all of them in the condition that you would want to. So right now I'm just trying my best to get everything straightened up, cleaned up, organized. I did some work again yesterday. Let me show you guys this area right here. I do have some of my orchids that was in that cage that I showed you guys that I was able to bloom. This one right here is the Dendrobium 49er. It's been in bloom for a while. It's still looking pretty, but as you can see, some of the flowers have already faded. These two right here, the Oriental Smile Butterfly, I got this from Home Depot. I used to have one. I got it from Carmela Orchids. Unfortunately, I lost that one. So when I seen it at Home Depot, I just had to get it again, and I ended up getting two because I want to put them together eventually in one basket, because I like the look of having a lot of flowers at once. And I did do a video at Home Depot, so if you guys didn't watch that, definitely check it out, because they had a lot of beautiful orchids that day, and I just had to share it. I also have these two dendrobiums in bloom. These have been in bloom for a while. It is called Dendrobium Midnight. I don't know if there's another name to it, but I know for sure it's called Dendrobium Midnight, and it's a beautiful purple. I have just enough daylight left to show you guys what these look like. So it's full of flowers. These two plants are full of flowers, and they're very versatile as far as like growing media, because I have one in bark and I have the other one in lava rock. So there is no really right or wrong way to grow your orchids. A lot of them can be grown many different ways. You can have the same orchid mounted, you can have it in sphagnum, you can have it in bark, you can have it in lava rock and gravel. I mean, there's so many different ways to grow your orchids. So you just have to experiment and see what works for you in your growing conditions. Like, I grow all of mine outdoors, so that for me that makes it easier, because I know people, I follow people that have to grow in a greenhouse because they have extreme temperature changes. So I'm sure it must be a lot different for them, how they can grow their orchids. But for me, being here in Hawaii, we have year-round temperatures, so I grow my orchids so many different ways. And don't mind my mess, guys. Like I said, I have a lot more to do, but I couldn't wait to do this video because I might be bringing this one right here with me tomorrow to the Kunia Orchid Show. So if you guys are local, or even if you live on the outer islands, you might want to come to Oahu this weekend. Well, actually tomorrow, starting tomorrow, because the Kunia Orchid Society and the Windward Orchid Society are going to be having their orchid shows. The Kunia show is, I'm sorry, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. Tomorrow I need to help set up, because the orchid club that I belong to, the Mililani Orchid Club, we're going to be having a table display at the Kunia show, and I might be bringing this orchid if I feel confident enough that I can transport it without damaging it, because I hate damaging my orchids. It just kills me. Like, I feel the pain if I break a flower or break a spike. So we'll see. If it makes it there, great. If not, then I'll bring something else. But I would love to be able to bring this because it is an amazing display and it smells wonderful. So I had to do this video today just in case I do bring my plants. I'm not gonna have some of my blooms with me in my garden. So again, as I was saying, the Kunia Orchid Show is going to be held at Lelehua High School, I believe in the gym. And it's going to be Friday and Saturday, this Friday and Saturday. I'll put all the information on the screen. And the Windward Orchid Society is going to be having their show and plant sale Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that's going to be, I believe at SW Intermediate or Elementary. I probably got that wrong, but again, I will put the information on the screen. So if you guys are here on Oahu, definitely check out one or both of those shows. And if you're on the neighbor island, you might want to fly in because we do have 2 shows. And I've heard the Kunia show is one of the best shows on the island of Oahu. I know the Hilo show is the biggest in Hawaii, but I've heard great things about the Kunia show. I never did attend because they haven't had a show because of COVID. I think they had one last year, but it wasn't, I don't think it was like the one that they're having this weekend. I think this is going to be like their first actual like show where they have displays and all of that. I didn't go to last year's one, so I don't know for sure. I could be wrong. But I've heard a lot of great things, so I'm really excited to go and check it out. And I'm going to get a sneak peek because, like I said, our Orchid Club is going to be having a table display, so we get to go in early and set that up. So I will probably do a video for you guys tomorrow if most of the vendors are already set up. So stay tuned for that. Either way, I will be doing a video most likely at both shows. So I'll be coming out with at least some videos. Other than that, guys, we don't really have too much going on here as far as shows goes. We don't have too many nurseries. So I have to get creative to put videos out. So I don't know, maybe I'll start doing some educational videos. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing that. I'm probably gonna be going back to SNW because we were gonna show you guys, I don't wanna say right now, but we have some ideas in mind of what we can share. So stay tuned for that. If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. If your notification is not on, please hit the notification bell so that when I do put out a new video, you guys will know right away. Let's see, what else do I have? Let me walk you guys in the back really quick. I don't have, like I said, I don't have a lot in bloom because the stuff that I had that bloomed already, the flowers already faded. So I don't have them available to show you guys right now, but like I said, if I do have the pictures, I would have put them up on the screen earlier. But let me just walk you guys through here. So I recently, this past weekend, I cut down one of my plumeria trees that was back here. It's not one of those regular plumeria trees, but it's I think it's called a bridal bouquet because it was making so much rubbish. And every day I was out here, well, not every day, but whenever I'd be out here, I would be trying to clean up leaves, and I was just not having it anymore. So as much as I hate to kill any plants, I just had to. I had to get rid of it. So it used to be right here, and now it is gone. You guys might have seen it in my older videos. So anyways, as I mentioned, oh, there's a helicopter passing over. So anyways, as I mentioned, I've been cleaning up, trying to organize things. My honohonos did not do good this year. Um, the ones that were supposed to flower, those darn birds ate them. And the reason that I'm pretty positive that it's the birds, today when I was out here, two of them landed on one of my honohonos, and that's the one that actually had a bunch of buds that are now gone. So I'm pretty sure that's one of the culprits. There may be others. I've seen rats in my yard. I don't really see them that often, but I'm pretty sure that they could have eaten some of my plants as well. And maybe slugs, I don't know. But now that I have that cage and that pop-up mesh plant protector, at least now I have a way to keep them safe. Oh, by the way, if you guys are interested, I will put the info for that mesh material in the description box. I did get it from Amazon. I think it was like $60. It is getting dark, guys. My yellow bird is still looking beautiful. And one more aggregatum that just opened a couple of days ago. And I do have a Vanda up there. I don't know if you can see it. That's been open for a while already. Other than that, I don't have anything else in bloom to show. This cymbidium, oh my gosh, it gave me only 2 flowers. And I think I have a picture of it, and I will put it on the screen. But when it spiked for me, I was so excited. This was before I got that pop-up tent. Anyways, I was so desperate to keep it safe that I was bringing it in my house every night and bringing it back out in the morning. And I thought I was doing something good, until I noticed, after I was doing that for a few days, I noticed the buds were starting to turn yellow, and I didn't want to believe that they were blasting. I was trying to convince myself that, oh, maybe that's just the color, but deep inside I knew what was going on, because the size of the bulbs, just the overall look of it didn't look right. And sure enough, all of the buds except for 2 blasted. And I was so disappointed because, like I said, I was taking it in every night, putting in that effort to protect it, and it still blasted. So I think what happened was, when you move it from its environment and you bring it somewhere totally different, like, of course, inside and outside is 2 totally different temperatures and whatever, right? It's just different. It must have affected the plant so much that the buds just blasted. And that plant is something that I brought back from near death. It had only 1 pseudobulb left. So the fact that I was able not only to save it, but to get it to spike, I was just so beyond happy, ecstatic, right? When I seen that spike, I was like, oh my gosh, I not only saved the plant, like the plant looks healthy, it has a lot of pseudobulbs, but it actually gave me a spike. So I was super excited. And then that happened, and I was like, oh crap. But I did get 2 flowers, so I did get to see what the flowers look like because I hadn't seen the flowers in a long, long time. It had been several years since that plant bloomed because, like I said, it almost died. And it was given to me, and it was a healthy big plant, and I divided it. And this is when I first started collecting. I've only been collecting for like what, 4 years, 5 years? I don't even know how long it's been, guys. Anyways, I was experimenting and it looked good in the beginning until they slowly started to die off. So the fact that that plant survived, it's a miracle, honestly. I don't know how I did it, but now that it bloomed for me, I feel excited that, okay, next year at least, well, I'm assuming it's one of those orchids that only bloom once a year. Maybe it blooms more than that, I don't know. But anyways, now at least I know that once it spikes again, I have somewhere that I can put it to keep it safe. And I don't have to bring it inside and traumatize the plant by taking it out of its happy place. Because even though it's not in the same spot, at least it's in the same vicinity, right? Anyways, guys, it is getting dark. I was actually in the middle of cooking dinner, but I was like, I need to go and do a video really quick. Because if I bring these plants to the orchid show tomorrow, I'm not going to have anything to show you guys. So that's going to be it, I guess, for today's video. Like I said, stay tuned for my upcoming videos. Oh wait, I almost forgot to show you guys this one. So this is one of my orchids that was actually victim to, I don't know if it was the birds or whatever. Whatever was eating my orchids attacked this one. So this orchid gave me 3 spikes, okay? And the other 2 spikes just turned brown, died off. In fact, I still have one of the spikes on here. Hang on. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. So you see this spike right here? It's all brown. Do you guys see that? There. Okay, so it's brown, right? Well, this spike is still green, but do you see this tip right here? So this tip had buds until something came along and ate it. And again, like I said, I had 3 spikes in all, 1 at first, and then 2, these last 2 came together. And they both were doing nicely until something came along and ate all the buds. I thought that was it. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get flowers. Like, what is the chances it's gonna grow another spike? But what happened was it actually branched off from this spike and gave me 2 more. So do you guys see that? So it is possible when a spike gets damaged, look at that. When a spike gets damaged, it is possible for the orchid to branch out new spikes from that original one. So don't give up, guys. Don't cut it right away. Because had I cut it, I wouldn't have had these flowers to enjoy. So I'm so happy that I didn't, because I was very tempted, because I've heard that an empty spike takes energy from the plant, and I figured, what's the point of having the spike if I'm not going to get any flowers? I might as well cut it off so the plant can use that energy towards something else, right? But now I know, do not cut the spikes off, just in case. So anyways, that is the last one that I have in bloom. So I'm gonna end this video here. Oh, wait, one more. So I know this looks awful now, but I will show what it looked like when it was in bloom. And even when it was in bloom, guys, it didn't look all that great. I did put this one in that mesh protection cage. And yet, buds, they weren't getting eaten, but they kept falling off. So if you guys know what causes that, my guess is that because I took it from where it was in a much, I guess, brighter, sunnier spot, and then I moved it under here, because this is where I had the mesh material or mesh cage, whatever you want to call it, pop-up mesh plant protector. I had it here under my gazebo, so it doesn't get as much sunlight. So I'm thinking a lot of the buds blasted because the buds were just falling off the spike. So when it bloomed, I did get some flowers, but it wasn't a lot. It was random flowers here and there. It wasn't a full bloom like what it gave me the last time. So that was kind of disappointing. So my plan is that eventually I want to enclose one of my sections that I have under the sun. I have to figure out a way to do that. So that way I don't have to move the plant too much, because I think that does affect it. But for now, this was the best I can do. I had to do something because, like I told you guys, I wasn't getting any flowers. So this works. It's not you know, the best case scenario. The best case scenario would be for me to figure out exactly how to prevent what's eating my orchids. I know, like I said, the birds are one of them. I know some people put up owls, some people hang CDs. Let me know what you guys have, and if any of you have had this issue, and if it works for you, what you use. Because I'm willing to try, you know, other things, because I can't put all of my orchids in here. Like the ones that I have on that back wall, they're stuck there. They're not going anywhere. And every time I've gotten a spike, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but I have some dendrobiums back there in baskets. And the roots have already attached to the wall, so I can't remove them. But every single time I've gotten a spike, it's gotten eaten. So I need to think of other ways to protect the ones that I'm not able to put in the cage. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Again, look forward to my 2 upcoming orchid show videos, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, everyone, remember to always live aloha.